would hold him back.
Mm-hmm.
And so basically he's just hasn't contacted me in a while, and I don't know if maybe I got rid of the baby, if maybe we could get back together.
Right.
Because I know it just like freaked him out.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely.
so, but right now it's like he won't even take my calls.
Okay. So your boyfriend hasn't been communicating with you at all.
Yeah.
He definitely wants to pursue his dreams rather than your relationship. So tell me how that makes you feel.
Well, I feel like, I mean, we had a good system going. It was, you know, he was going to have this big career,
Mm-hmm.
and I was going to be there to support him. But now with the baby thing,
Mm-hmm.
it's like he doesn't want to be there at all, which is just really disheartening and really, really sad for me, because I know, you know, like eventually we had planned on, if we got married, we would have kids.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it's happening sooner rather than later.
Right.
But just the fact that he has left makes me question everything about our relationship.
Right, exactly, yeah. So you're pretty upset with how he's handling the situation, and
Yeah, he's being a giant baby.
I can see that. And he's, you know, basically looking out for his own interests at this point, and definitely don't let that take away from your value, because, you know, what he does is his decision, and you're still valuable no matter what he does. So I just want to encourage you with that. So now that we've talked about your relationship with your parents and your relationship with your boyfriend, tell me about any other support systems that are in your life.
So I do have some good friends that have been there for me.
Great.
Yeah, and they were talking about, you know, throwing a baby shower
Fun.
if things progressed, but I don't know, because I don't know like if I want to keep it or not.
Okay.
Or even if I want to have it.
Mm-hmm.
And so, but they've been really great. We're going to go shopping later today because
Awesome.
I've outgrown all my clothes.
Right.
So, just the girls are kind of who I'm depending on right now.
Okay. Alright, great. So you do have some friends that you are able to confide in, and they help you get out there and have fun. And every teen mom grows out of their clothes, so you have lots of friends who know what that feels like, so you're not alone in that for sure. So now that we've talked a little bit about your support systems and your relationships that you have, we're just gonna go into how you think your life would change based on the different options that you have. So first, tell me how you see your life changing if you did keep this baby.
Well, I'm pretty sure my boyfriend would just never talk to me again.
Right.
Which would just be awful.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, I love the baby, but I haven't even met it yet. And I really love him.
Right.
And, you know, things would be rough with my parents for the next 18 years or something while the kid grew up, and I wouldn't be able to do all of the things that I'd planned to do. But at the same time, I don't know, I'm not sure if I could like hand my baby over to somebody else.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So
your boyfriend would probably not be there to support you if you did have a baby. You said that it might be rough with your parents. I'm not sure what exactly you mean by that. Tell me more about what you mean by that statement.
We've just been fighting a lot since this has happened, and so, I mean, not like physically or anything, but I think it would just be like this constant tension. And they've been talking all the time about how, like, if you have this baby, then, you know, you're the one that has to be up at 5 in the morning and has to do all of this stuff. And so I just feel like everything would be, like, to prove a point. Like, they'd kind of be there to help me, but it'd be, like, all on me.
Right. Okay. So your parents kind of see it as if you kept the baby, then you would be in charge of everything.
Yeah.
They would not really be there, but just kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so now that we have talked about that option a little bit, tell me how you see your life changing if you gave the baby up for adoption.
I guess I feel like once you have a baby and it's so cute,
Yes.
it'd just be really hard to give it to someone else. And so I feel like maybe, things would go more back to usual with my parents and my boyfriend, but who
Right.
knows, because there's still this like living being out there somewhere.
Exactly.
And so
Right.
I don't know, it's kind of like I thought about if I had an abortion, things would just disappear.
Right.
And like if I have the baby, then it's like always looming out there.
Right.
So I guess things kind of go back to the way they were before, but never totally the same.
Okay. So if you gave the baby up for adoption, you would be kind of disheartened that you have to give the baby up, but it would also kind of be in the back of your mind that you're always thinking about that person out there who has your baby and is your baby. So, okay. So now that we've talked a little bit about adoption, tell me how you see your life changing if you did give the baby up for an abortion.
I guess I just would see it as going back to the way it was, because, like, there never really was this child,
Right.
so it'd be like, I don't know, like going back in time and nothing ever happened, and I guess that's kind of like unrealistic, because obviously, like, the damage with my parents' relationship has already happened, and
Right.
I already know that my boyfriend is not going to be there for me when things get tough.
Right.
But I guess I just imagined it as being, like a do-over.
Okay.
So I guess that's just what I thought about in my mind.
Right, right. So you see an abortion as a chance to kind of start over.
Yeah.
And like you said, there are going to be repercussions in that, and this did happen, but it might be a chance to have a fresh start a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, and it would be like I wouldn't have to deal with, the whole labor thing as much, and
Right. The hard part.
yeah, and then, I wouldn't have to think about someone else having my kids somewhere, and I wouldn't have to raise a kid. I don't know. Yes, that's just what I've been leaning towards.
Right, yes. So abortion might save you from that lingering feeling that someone has your baby, or the labor of that you have to go through, and a lot of people are very scared about that, and so you definitely, like I said, aren't alone in these feelings. I just want to support you with that. So now that we've talked about kind of how you see your life changing with all those different options, I do want to offer you some information for those options.
That would be fantastic.
Great. Okay. So first, with parenting, if you decide to keep the baby, the Alpha Center does have parenting classes, and those are once a week. So you would come with a group of parents, and you would be able to learn parenting skills and talk with the other people in the group. Most are teen moms or other single mothers that you would be able to learn just how to best nurture and care for your child. And then there are also separate teen support groups where you can learn with other teen moms of how to cope emotionally and physically with having that baby. The Alpha Center also does have some material items such as diapers and baby formula and some clothes that we might be able to get you in order to help you with those first few weeks of having that baby, and then beyond that as well. So tell me if you have any questions about that option.